and it's going to give me the option to go find it, and I'm going to go find it. It's called the TB icon transition. TB stands for tube, buddy. And then for these other options, I'm going to leave these on the default, but if you are wanting to hear the transition, if you have audio in yours like I do with mine, and you're wanting to actually hear that transition, what you would do is you would just click on this, and then you would go down to monitor only with mute output. Okay, and then as you're playing it, if you're doing your stream, you have headphones in, and you want to be a part of the show in terms of listening to what's going on, then that gives you the ability to do it. So I'm going to hit OK. Now this is where this gets cool. I'm going to go up here to the quick transition. I'm going to hit the plus sign, and I'm going to hit icon transition, and then now that icon transition's in there. So how this works, let's say that I want to transition from this split screen over here to the ticker version that's over here, then I can click on this icon transition, and then it does that for me while still keeping everything looking cool for the viewers. So basically, instead of making it a hard cut like this every time that I do the transition or a fade, then I can hit that icon transition and actually take it to a different segment. So that's really cool, where you can say, okay, well, I want to use this to transition me in between segments. You can set up different graphics that you change, for each thing in between each different segment that you're trying to produce. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this up another notch, and we're going to add another option here to slide. And I'm just going to call this one down. You can do up, down, left, or right. And then here I'm just going to make this down. And you can also add these up here as well to the quick transitions. Any quick transitions that you want, you could add them up here. This is especially handy for graphics. But now if I want to transition in between something, I can just hit down like that, and then it will take me, into anything it is that I'm wanting it to take me into. But if you really want to do this in like a really cool way, what you can do is, I'm going to go into my settings here. I'm going to show you something. Under the General tab, if I scroll down, you're going to see this option right here for studio mode, transition to scene when double clicked. Okay, I have that selected, and I'm going to show you why. The reason that's selected is because, let's say that I do a down transition. Okay, if I double click these now, it's going to automatically just send it over, and it's going to send it over with that down transition. Same thing would happen if you wanted to do a fade, right? You see how it just fades it all around? And the same thing happens if I want to do the icon transition. So let's say that I'm sitting here and I'm talking about something for a while, and then I want to take it back to the plane. Then I can click on that, and then it'll take me back to the plane, and then I'm ready to go in terms of making everything look awesome. So the same thing applies if I want to go to the split screen. Then I click on that, and then it makes that really cool transition to really pro everything up quite a bit. Now, in addition to that, if you really want to make this stuff even cooler and make it easier for yourself, there's something called the Elgato Stream Deck. I'll put a link to it down in the description, and it's basically a live switcher. It's really low cost, and we actually use it in our studio that I do my Niman live show on every Saturday, and I actually have one right here at home as well. And basically how that works is you can program the buttons, and you can assign anything it is that you want to happen. You can assign it to these buttons, and then you can just press the buttons without having to actually click anything inside of OBS itself. If you want to learn more about growing your channel, making videos, and all types of other YouTube related stuff, start now by hitting the round subscribe icon so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.